Hello guys, welcome back to our channel.
Hello, we're going to do a little demonstration about setting up our awning. It's either the Thule or the Fiamma awning, whichever one you have.
So, we're going to go outside now and show you how to set it up. Some people don't know how to do this, which is understandable if you've got a new van. So we're going to demonstrate how to do it as a single person. If you're going away camping on your own, there's a few things that you do need to be careful of really. If you don't want to lose your awning, which can cost an absolute fortune if they ever get caught by the wind and flip over the van. Right, so one of the things before you set up these awnings that you need to be wary of is we do need some sort of pegs to peg it down. In the past we've used the normal metal pegs. You can get straps as well. And one of the things we've seen other people use are these plates, which I'll show you how they go down, and these really work quite well because they really do hold down the bottom of the legs nicely, so that even with slight winds it keeps it held down. And that's going to say even moderate winds can make these canopies like kites, so they can fly off and they tip up almost vertical to the van. They can do a lot of damage, and we've done one before. We've done a bit of damage on it, and we've seen people rip them off or done serious damage to these. So you've got to be careful of the winds, and that's one thing I would say for you. So the first thing you've got to do if you're working on your own is to pull the awning out about a quarter of the way, so that we can get to the legs to pull the legs out. You don't want to pull it out fully because then all the weight's sitting on the legs. Well, there you go. This is my demonstration. It's going to show you how to do it. So when you get back this point, which is literally a couple of foot out, you can put the legs out in there to take the weight of the canopy. When you got it a little bit out and you put the legs out, some canopies we've been able to put it vertical that way. This one we're putting it inwards because it's a bit different. Each canopy is different. But the main thing is at this point you want to be pegging this in, because at this point the canopy becomes quite easy to get caught by the wind, even at a moderate wind, and it'll blow vertical over the van and can do a lot of damage to all your mechanism inside. And they're pretty good for holding it in place at the moment. But these pegs here that peg into these little plates, you've got to be really careful you don't just trust these completely. Because what normally happens, we've had it on quite low winds, that this will go like this with the wind and it'll keep pulling on that peg to the point it'll pull that peg out. And they have gone out before, the van's almost gone up. And that's where these plates come in, which I don't sell these or anything. But a brilliant idea that you put over the plate, and you can peg these in quite a few different places, and there's no way that it's going to come out easily. So putting it back away is exactly the same sort of thing. Put legs in, take a bit of weight, pull it in, fold legs away, and it's away. So hopefully that's a quite easy demonstration of how to set this up. I know some people out there have done this for years, but some people just starting out, this might be quite handy. Yeah, one last little thing. When you've set it all up and you've wound it all the way out, you notice that the canopy's quite loose on the top, it's not strong. The only thing you've got to do now is when you've all set it up, is just to bring it in a little bit. So you wind it all out, people don't realise, just wind it back in a little bit and it tightens it all up. So it's all nice and tight. And then the last thing is to make sure that the legs are low at the front compared to the van. The water's going to run off, and what we normally do is we lower one leg slightly lower than the other leg so that water runs to a certain area that we want. So if we're sitting over that area mainly, there the water's all going to run down this corner, it's going to come off this corner. So you can set it up quite nicely the way you want it. But the main thing, safety wise, for these canopies, if you want to save money, because they're not cheap, these canopies, is to peg it down all the way through. Unless you've got someone assisting you to hold it all the time, you need to be pegging it down all the way through. Because we've done it in the last van, it went quite vertical right over the van, and it wasn't even a windy day. And it done a lot of damage to the mechanism at the top. So you've got to be really careful about the winds on these vans. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe. I know it's a little vlog, and I know a lot of people probably already done this, but it might help some people out.